got you feeling right. Kick drum like a shotgun, ripping through the night, raising hell and Dixie cups all night long. It's all about the sweat-soaked t-shirts, partying until it hurts, leaning on the backbeat, screaming every single word. Nothing like getting high on a country song. Oh, there's nothing like getting high on a country song. On a country song.
Wow.
All right, YouTube. We're back again. I'm sorry for the delay in getting videos out. We have been busy during the summer putting hay and all kinds of stuff up for the cattle. Been busy at work. We've had some major projects. And I just haven't been able to spend a lot of time on this truck. But we're getting back on it, but here's kind of where we stand. A couple of times I've come in, I've got the firewall painted, got the engine kind of painted out and looking better. In the process of replacing a bunch of these lines. I've got some new stuff that's going over there, getting some of the littler things. I'm going to replace every airline that's on it. Got the power steering completely pulled apart. Power steering pump is rebuilt. It was doing a little whining, although the fluid that we poured out of there was completely milky brown, so it had a lot of water in it. And the pump may have ran fine with new fluid and stuff, but I didn't want to take a chance, so we went ahead and rebuilt it. I've just been testing some things out as far as paint. That is actually just brushed on. I want to see how durable it was going to be in the sun and everything else. Some other stuff, doing a little body work, trying to get some dents and things fixed. We've got the rear end actually in. It's all done, bagged, everything. Everything looks good back here. This is the plate hitch that we're gonna put in there. This will be built up back here. It'll plate on out and come up and then go up over, and I'm gonna deck that right there. This piece, and I've got another piece for the other side. It hooks on here, and what we'll do is we'll come straight across here with this, and it's gonna come clean out here and hit the tailboard. I've actually got the tailboard built, or most of the way built. We'll walk in here and see it. Got the tanks in here, trying to clean on them and get them ready. Here's the tailboard. 4 rounds will go there. Got a hitch on it. I've got some small 3/4 inch, but that goes at the back. That other will tie onto it. Been painting tanks and stuff, some of the air tanks, and getting some of that done. That is the original foot pedals that came out of it. I've just cleaned them up. That's the original drive shaft. This is an add-on drive shaft. I've got to put a carrier bearing and then get it in, so I'll take you guys along for that. Some of the hoses and stuff we've got for running fuel lines and stuff like that. Got the front bumper started. I've got it cut out, and some of the pieces that go on the edges and all that stuff, I've got those. Again, we painted the engine. I've got to get I'm going to put all new heater hoses and all that stuff on. Came in here, gear shift is out, got it painted, got the back firewall painted. I got almost all the wiring done. I've got a couple of runs, one to the back. The wires are not working to some of the temp sensors. There's one of them. The transmission temp sensor was ripped out, and the wires were way back up that way. They were ripped out. That's where the PTO was, and that's what all this oil and everything else, that PTO was leaking really bad and has for years. So the actual fluid level is right about right here because it had just leaked out most of the transmission fluid in this thing over the years of just setting. So anyway, we've got most of the wiring done, like I said. Starting to put some of this stuff back. I got to get air lines built. We did walk around here. I did do a complete door rebuild on the inside here. That's all brand new stuff from Dan's shop. That's brand new stuff all the way around, and then brand new all the way around the door trim. And it shuts like a dream. Everything's quiet. We put the quiet shield on the back side of these doors and stuff. I'm going to do that on the back side of this. I'm going to do it all down through the flooring here. Same way in the sleeper. And I'd like to tell you that I got that sleeper a long ways, but that sleeper is pretty much exactly where you guys seen it last. It is gotten no further. 107.1 KYMZ. That's it. That's the other kit for the other door from Dan's shop, but I've got quite a ways to go on there. We've just been so busy with work, had a ton of work, so I just had to put things on hold. Anyway, I'm going to get back with this. I'm going to get you guys and take you along for a lot of this stuff. We're going to take a bunch of these lines off, fuel lines off here. I want to try to get the fuel lines and stuff off, and all the air lines ran back. We did a little painting on the transmission and trying to just clean things up and make it look a little nicer. But all new air lines. I got to get all new air lines and all new fuel lines, power steering lines. I'm going to put all brand new lines on it. That way I do not have to worry a bit about it. So I want to get all that done and get it done fast so I can get this engine fired up and be running it and at least be moving it around and stuff while we do the rest of the work on it. So we'll try to take you guys along for everything. And again, I apologize for the hold up on it, but here we go. Still got the old steel wheels, but out there, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's Peterbilt wheels out there by the old bus. So we're gonna get those. We're gonna get those put on and done, and get them all polished up. But as of right now, I think Wap and I decided on I'm gonna white this thing out. Bumper's gonna be painted out. Everything, the grill, the stainless part of the grill on the front won't, but the grill surround will be painted out. Frame will all be painted out white. Everything will be white, except I'll keep the chrome stuff. That'll be chrome. Visor will be white. Lights and stuff will still stay chrome and what have you. Stacks will be chrome, but everything else I'm going to white out, and I like the looks of that, and we'll come up with a good name. So we'll take you along. Thank you, guys. All right, YouTube. Back at it again. Here's where we're at. I got just a couple of coats on the frame. Haven't got it all done on the inside. I'm fixing to run out of daylight. I've got some taping off on the bags. I don't want to paint the bags, but still got some on the frame back here, but I didn't want to get it all over the bags and stuff. But getting some of it, it's not a perfect job. I didn't clean this as much as I probably should have, but it's going to be good enough to get us going down the road. I want to get it where we can get going down the road, and some of those other places I can go back and recoat. So get all this cleaned up. New lines are coming. I've got all the new lines, got a whole new set of lines in here for brake system, and they like a couple more. There's all the new lines, got all them made and everything, but they were out of a couple of fittings, so they've got a bunch more to go. I got to pick them up tomorrow, but anyway, got the brake valves back on back here, the QR valve and the regular brake chamber valve. got to get all these hoses made, but I was going to get everything else hooked up. That's what I'm trying to do, is get this inside frame rail done where I can get all the brake lines and all that stuff laid in. This outside, I can come back, and if I need to scratch up and repaint and stuff, I can do that. I got the, I think they call it a vernier cable, where brings your throttle and rounds it up. I got it, and it will mount right here. The one that was in here was broke, was no good. I've got it. So one of the lines that they had left to do was one of the diesel tank, one of the fuel lines. So it was actually that line that's right there, that big long one. That's one of the lines that they still have to do. As soon as I can get that, I'm going to try to get this thing fired back up where it's not just sitting here doing nothing. I want to be able to get it fired up and running and building air pressure. So anyway, I got all the trailer air brake stuff taken off of it. We've got a cap to put on the treadle that shows, you know, that goes to the trailer brake part. I'm taking all that off. If I ever need it, I've still got the parts and I can add it, but I'm not going to mess with it right now, because this is going to be straight nothing but fifth wheel and that big 40-foot gooseneck that's sitting out there. So that's all I'm going to be pulling with it for a little while. So anyway, getting some paint on. We'll start putting some parts back on, take you guys along for putting all the brake lines and all that stuff. But I had to hurry up. Got home late today and had to hurry, so I shot a quick, actually probably a coat and a half. But anyway, we'll get some more mixed up, and we'll take you guys along for that. I'll have a little more time this weekend and everything. So anyhow, that's where we're at. Thanks, guys.